Simon, you looked like the Swans were a chance to take the game away from you in that third quarter, but how were you able to turn it around and then overrun them in that final term?
Yeah, you're right. I thought the Swans' third quarter, they were outstanding. I thought their desperation, they were just a bit tougher in the clinches and the scrimmages, and they certainly had the game on their terms for the majority of that third quarter. But to our boys' credit again, and this has been a hallmark of our team this year, our ability to reset ourselves and really come back at the opposition when down has been a hallmark of this side. And once again tonight we found a way, and in the last quarter I thought our contest work was so strong, and that's a perfect preparation in terms of the game that you want to play in the lead into a pretty big campaign.
And how important is it to get that win when you're challenged by a team with plenty to play for, home final for the Swans, when your position in the ladder was already locked in, but you still had to get it?
Yeah, we sort of didn't look at it that way at all. We wanted to look at the game as an opportunity to get better, and you would have seen that even with some selection. Daniel Turner came into our team and as a key back, and we want to keep finding ways to improve, and we want to be a footy club that just competes unconditionally and prepare ourselves as best we can. And that's why we looked at the game. That was the opportunity that was presented to us, and we were playing a really strong footy club that had a lot to play for on their home ground. So we're absolutely wrapped with the performance and the mindset that we took into the game.
How pivotal do you think that moment was in that third quarter where Christian Petrarca just kind of got a goal himself, set up a goal and kind of got that momentum back?
Yeah, that's what good players do. They maximise opportunity, and Christian's one of those guys, and he had a really big week in terms of what he wanted to achieve throughout the week in terms of his performance. He wasn't happy with it the week before and wanted to really have a good solid week of training, and to his credit, he came out there and performed to a really high level in that third quarter when the game was up for grabs. I thought our leaders, all of them stood up. Alex Neil-Bullen's ability to chase and tackle, Jack Viney's work around contest areas, Angus Brayshaw the same, and Jake Lever behind the ball. I thought we were outstanding from a leadership group.
Obviously a bit of concern with Jake Melksham. Just provide us an update on him.
Yeah, look, we fear the worst, but we hope for the best. Looking at an ACL, which is really sad for Melky. And takes a really big dent in the day. I've coached Jake for a long time, 14 years, and he's just craving the opportunity to play in a successful team in finals footy, and we hope that'll be the case, but we'll have to wait and see.
He's had some big moments already this year, but obviously that must be so tough, especially I imagine his teammates are really trying to get around him as well. Yeah,
it is, and he means so much to our footy club, and he's done an enormous job for us throughout this year, and he's actually improved as a player. And as I said, we'll wait and see what the scan says. But that's the emotional part of our game that we find difficult. You end a home and away season in a good position, and you lose a guy potentially that's given you so much throughout the year, and he means so much to our footy club and his teammates. So it's a bit of a dampener on our day. There's no doubt we walk away a little bit empty, missing Jake.
The forward line was really firing there with Jake playing the way he started before the injury, and Bailey obviously having his impact too. So, that must be like a double blow on top of what's the serious injury to Jake.
Yeah, look, it's been a much spoken about area for the whole year, and we've been able to find different avenues to goal throughout our time. And again today we went with a different mix for the first time with Joel Smith, Melky, Frida and Jacob Van Rooyen, and it was looking quite dynamic, but once again now we've potentially got to have another look at what's possible again, but that's okay. As part of our footy club, we'll find a way.
I mean, you're not wrong, just put it down on it, but just putting that aside, what does everything out of tonight mean for you? How does it set you up for week one? You already knew Collingwood would be the assignment, but having got this one out of the way, how do you look at it now?
Oh, look, we're as best prepared as we can be. We feel like we've built some momentum in the back half of the year. We feel like our game's built on really strong foundations, and the season starts again. It's a new year, it's a new season. So we're looking forward to it. We think we're well placed, but we're playing a formidable opponent in Collingwood who are sitting at the top of the ladder for a reason. So we're looking forward to that opportunity, but we'll have to play at our best.
Does it help you got a decent recent record against them in terms of early this year?
Oh, look, I think, it's one game in a season. It was a game we played quite strongly in, but we'll take some learnings from that. But as I said, this is a new season now. You've got to be really clear. You've got to reset yourself and start from scratch again. and make sure your game's in really good shape, and we feel like we're well placed.
Obviously, a bit of an early look, but you had a few guys kick some goals in the twos. I think Tom McDonald got 5, Brody had 3, so you've got some options there if you need to replace.
Yeah, you know, that's the pleasing thing about our club. The guys keep pushing hard and looking for opportunities, and Tom McDonald's come back and kicked another 5 today. Brody played an outstanding game and kicked 3. So there's some opportunity there. And once again, there's a little bit of sadness to the VFL as well. It looks like Luke Dunstan might have done his ACL at VFL level as well today. So I'm sure it was emotional at the VFL as it is in the AFL.
Obviously, Bailey finished with 5 today. He came off for a bit but came back on. Was that anything to do with the foot injury, or was that something separate?
He just rolled his foot, you know, halfway through the third quarter, I think it was. Came back on and seems fine after the game. So obviously we'll need some assessment, but we're pretty confident he'll be right.
Any lingering concerns with the original injury, or is this just something fresh that happened in the course of the game?
Something fresh today, so we'll have a look at what that looks like, but we're pretty sure it'll be okay.
You must have been really pleased though with the way he was able to come back, 5 goals as just said. Yeah.
It's credit to our high performance team. You know, the rehab, the work that he's done throughout his time away, to bring him straight back into a pretty hot game and to kick 5 goals, a significant performance from our staff, and obviously Bailey's attitude towards it. So, you know, we've got blessed with some great staff, and they've done a great job with Bailey.